It's not showing from there. It goes.
There we go.
Hey, we are live. Hey, Courtney.
Hi, Amy. We're about a mile apart.
This is so weird. We're normally together, and
I know. I feel. I just want to scoot over here. I'll just put my arm around pretend Amy.
Get it so I can be more centered here. Nope. There we go.
Always a little something. All right.
So for those of you just joining us, we're trying something different this week. I'm actually at my house, and Courtney's at the store. Hey, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
How are you? So we want to demo things. We tried it in the store, and we just thought it would work so much better if I could show you, like, in my kitchen using a lot of our favorite products. And this way we can actually do a live demo, and I can actually put something in the oven. All of those things we can't do when we are at the store. But it's so weird because Courtney and I aren't used to not being right next to each other. And I do feel, hey, Carrie McGuire. I also feel a little bit like Ina Garten. I don't know if any of you watch her. Actually, even like America's Test Kitchen, because with COVID, they're all having to do their own like photography and set everything up because they don't have, because like Ina films on her own property. But I feel a little bit like that.
Do you know, fun? I've never felt like Ina Garten ever. So I'm glad one of us can.
Oh, I'm not saying that I can cook like Ina Garten. I just
you can. Like You're good. You're a good cook.
Okay, guys. So we have so many fun things to show you. We have finally our Scizzas back in stock, and I just pulled them out of the oven. And I'm going to show you how these work, and we're going to show off our cheese knife with cheese and butter. Let's see, we're going to make our best-selling jalapeno dip. I'm going to show you how easy that is. I've got soberdough loaf, and we're going to start with that so we can get that in the oven and hopefully pull it out finished at the end of our broadcast. And then because it's getting into springtime, spring is like 9 days. I think, well, meteorologically, I think spring starts in 9 days. I read that today, but I know technically I think it's later in March. But meteorological spring starts in 9 days, according to the National Weather Service post earlier today. So we are going to show you some of our e-cloth products and how I use them around the house. And we have one that's this natural stone product that I love. Well, I use it on things all around the house, but I especially love it on my stainless steel sink. So those are just what we're going to do. Yep.
And I say, let's get going with the soberdough.
Yes.
Since soberdough is going to take the longest. So.
Okay. So, Courtney, can you show them what this looks like? We're doing the apple fritter, and I've got the demo, so it doesn't show here.
Yep. So those of you who have been in, we have a cute in our gourmet section, a nice little bags that look like this. I have 6 different variations of soberdough. Those of you who have been in before know that we love this because it is just adding. Okay, I'm trying to get this so we can. Now I'm getting distracted because. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna get the close-up came up here. So, because it is just adding a can or a bottle of beer or carbonated water. In each little packet, it will tell you a suggestion. So right now, Amy is making the apple fritter bread, which, give me a break, how good does that sound? And it says, hey, for a great apple taste, do a hard cider or apple ales. For a craft beer, you can do a brown ale or a lager, porter, a sweet stout, and then the non-alcoholic options, of course, carbonated water, club soda, and in each little guy here, it gives you instructions. But it is so simple. So so there's Amy with, some Blue Moon.
Blue Moon Belgian White. So I didn't want to go just basic. And I've just literally, this is how easy this is to do. I have a bowl, I poured the mix in. I am literally taking my bottle, and you can see it. I'm pouring it in there. I am going
minus a sip.
and I'm going to put it in the pan. Now, I am going to show you, I am using our, what is it? Sapoon?
A sapoon?
I bought one a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. It scrapes the bowl. You'll see how easy it does when I go to pour this in. So I find it's my go-to spoon, and I used to really like my other ones, and I never thought I would like other spoons, but all I'm doing, oh, I can smell the beer. So this is apple fritter. So they're actually like chunks of yummy things in here. I don't know what the chunks are.
Well, let's hope it's yummy.
Well, I think they're like dried apple pieces that are going to kind of become reconstituted as it bakes. So
yep.
Literally, that's as easy. I don't know about you, but that's the easiest bread making I've ever had.
And you know, and I think this is so great for if you're going to someone's home and maybe spending the night with them. What a great gift to give them a soberdough and a 6-pack. And if they choose to drink the 6-pack alone and make the bread with water, hey, me too, man, me too.
Now, if I were actually in a garden, I would have another camera to do the close-up and have this angle worked out so it would look beautiful.
Well, you know what? I think that the chunky bits in the pan are fine. So while she does that, I'm gonna walk you through what flavors we have at the store and how many we have. All of these are normally $12. I don't know, Amy. I'm thinking $10 for the live.
Live. So any of our, and by the way, everyone, if you want to buy anything during our live, just comment. And like with this, we're gonna say soberdough and just give us the flavor you want. But yeah, so they're what, $12.99, Courtney? So we're gonna do $3 off.
They're $11.99.
$11.99. So we're doing $2 off, $10 during our live.
Yep. Yep. So for $10, so we'll start. I'll go through the 6 flavors that we have. As you see, I mean, Amy's done. She's just gonna pop it in the oven right now, and we'll be done here. So we have the apple fritter bread. I have 6 of those. That's what Amy is making. I'm really jealous because, like all of you, she was saying it smells good. Well, that must be nice because we are not together, so I can't smell it. I also have cheesy garlic. I have cornbread and ale. That sounds delicious. I have sun-dried tomato. This is one that I have made. It is delicious. Oh my gosh, that is so good with a side salad. Just the bread and salad is enough for me. I have the classic, and this is just a nice beer bread, classic flavor. And
Courtney, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. The classic one is really interesting because you can totally control the flavor by what beer you put in it. If you want
amazing
nice bread, you're going to do a Bud Light or a Michelob Ultra or something. If you want the beer flavor, then you're going to want to go with like a stout or an IPA. Now, if you do a stout, it's going to change the color of the bread, but you're going to get that flavor. An Oktoberfest is going to add some of those flavors to it. So the classic one is really kind of your empty canvas, depending on what beer you put in it. It's going to help with the flavor.
Great. And then rosemary, which, my gosh, would be so delicious with a lot of different, I'm thinking like a corn chowder soup and rosemary bread. Oh, so I'll go over the 6 again. We have the apple fritter bread, the cheesy garlic, the classic, cornbread and ale, sun-dried tomato, and rosemary. The only one that I'm getting kind of low on, everybody, is the classic. I only have 3 of those left. Everybody else, I have about 5 or 6. So you can just let me know. And again, these are going to be $10 for you live today versus the 12 that would be in the store. So that is, and then what Amy is going to do also, another option is with with the apple fritter, you can make a glaze and drizzle that glaze over the apple fritter. Oh, apple fritter, every time I go to Donut Delight, which is more than I should go to Donut Delight, those apple fritters, that is what I get. Oh man, do I love. Now I'm starving. I really should have eaten something before we did this. Same on me.
It comes with a topping package. And so I really mixed a half a cup of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar, with the topping mix. And then Courtney, remind me, because you got, because I just had the sample. It's 1 tablespoon of milk.
It is 1 tablespoon of milk with a half a cup of the confectioner sugar. Yep.
Okay. And my husband is thrilled because he's lactose intolerant, but we found that Hy-Vee carries lactose-free regular milk. So he's going to actually be able to eat this without having issues.
Nice.
Okay, let me grab a whisk here. So we'll get this ready. We're going to put this on after it comes out. I don't know if it's going to be cool enough. So I would say it's thicker than a glaze.
So Amy, Joan she likes your sweater.
Joan, we carried this sweater. One of the first years we carried clothing. So it is like 4 or 5 years ago. I would have carried it every year. It was one of my favorites. So our problem with the clothing companies is that they would come out with designs and then they would carry them only for one season. And with us being a gift store rather than a clothing store, we would find like we would want to carry pieces more than one season. So I am very sorry. Guaranteed, if I ever find one like it, we will absolutely carry it because this is my favorite go-to sweater.
Yeah, it's
okay.
one. I think everybody here compliments you on it every time you wear it.
Oh, Courtney, yes, that spoon. Let me rinse it off, and so you can. You see, Carrie's asking about the spoon. I'm going to rinse it off. Can you go grab know how much they are, Courtney? Because that's I don't.
Yep.
Okay, so this spoon is actually from the same company as the Scizzas. So this is Dream Farm. And what's really cool, and you can see in the close-up shot here, if I can get it, because the close-up camera is separate from the one I'm using. So not only does it have a built-in rest, that's one of the reasons I love it. So you can sit it on the counter without having to get a plate out or using something as a spoon rest. It also has measurements built in. So this has a teaspoon and a tablespoon markings in the spoon itself. I could have used that for the, oh no, I guess it was, it was dirty. But then it stirs like a spoon, but then the sides and the edges are all flexible like a spatula. So it really is a spatula and a spoon in one. And to be honest, since I started using this, I haven't used my spatula. And I used to, you used to have a spoon, and then you'd go to pour something, and you'd have to get a spatula out, and you'd dirty extra things. So this is the spoon. And Courtney, how much are they?
Love to tell you, but we're fresh out. So sorry, Carrie. But we will. I'll let you know, Carrie. I know we'll bring them back in. But we had the spoon, and we also had a mini spoon, which was great to get like things out of jars and stuff like that. We're also out of that. So.
But if you're interested in one, mark it here, and we'll put you down and let you know as soon as they come in. Because we will. I didn't realize we were out of them, and I'm loving this so much. We need to get more of these in. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and the little spoon, like if you're trying to get peanut butter or jam or anything
Nutella.
small out of the jar, or just a little bowl that you want to get clean or stir up.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
We'll let you know, Carrie.
Oh, and Tina, you will love the cheesy garlic and the rosemary. Every single one of the soberdoughs that we carry, we love. Barb and I taste every single one, and there is not a bad one in the group. The other thing about soberdough is it's a husband and wife that own the company. I'm going to switch this off because we don't need this right at the... It's a husband and wife company, and the wife does all of the recipes for them. And they mill all of their own flour. Everything is sourced locally. I want to say they're out of like Oklahoma or Kansas, somewhere in the Midwest. And they are really particular about tracking everything. In fact, he said they get, like any food manufacturer, they get inspected every once in a while. And he said the husband was saying that he has spreadsheets with all of the, like for instance, this would have had a number on it, and he could have told exactly what batch of flour, what batch of this was in each package. to the point where his records are so good, the FDA or whatever the governing body is for the food production, told him he doesn't need to have expiration dates on anything. His tracking is so good and everything in it. So these are shelf stable for as long as you want, which is always good. I don't like having things where you get it and then you have like 6 months to use it, because then you forget and you go to pull it out and it's too late. So they, we don't have it right at the moment, but they do have an olive focaccia bread. So you make it the same way and you just put it in a larger, like a flat edge sheet pan. And they took a while because they couldn't find dehydrated olives that they liked. So that the woman, the owner, thought was good enough. So they bought their own dehydrator and they dehydrate their own olives. So this company, everything they put into their products are top quality. We've tasted a lot of beer breads. You know, we carried Molly and Me cupcake mixes before, the microwave cup mixes. They make a beer bread, and this is the first one that Barb and I actually wanted to carry. It tastes like bread. It feels like bread. It's not cakey like a lot of the other brands. So
it's delicious. So I think, so a couple things is that it's from Nashville. So it's a Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then number two, I think the Sapoon might be more popular than the soberdough. So I see. So I promise everybody who has commented, it's been so cute. It's like, me too. I want the Sapoon. And Barb must be watching, because then I see Watermark Corner says they'll be ordered on Monday. So thank you, Barb.
Thanks.
We're going to have some people.
Speaking of Dream Farm, oh, you know what? Let me put the milk back so I don't ruin Joe's milk.
Yeah. So as she's doing that, Amy's going to be bringing out a pizza, and that pizza is going to be cut with our other fave from Dream Farm, which are the Scizzas. And these they have a nice, you'll see here, they have a nice base on it, so it's not going to scratch your pizza stone or your countertop, however you would cut your pizza. But it is just like scissors, and I can make this bigger. Oh, there you go.
So a couple things about this. First of all, it's got a little lever that holds it closed, so it's going to be easier to store in your drawer. And it also has a base. I don't know if it stands up. Does not stand up. Does not stand up. And it's not meant to. I just was wondering if it did. This is the first time we did one of these in demo in the store, but we sold out of them so fast. I don't even have one, so now I do. So
no.
Thank you. Get one to my house. Okay, so this is the same company as the Sapoon, and so they have created, what they do with their tools is they merge things. Like this is the spatula and the spoon. And this is a pizza cutter and scissors. So they call them Scizzas, because they're scissors that cut pizza. So here I've got the Mama Basso's pizza that I just pulled out of the oven before we started. And super easy. Boom. How many times do you try to use a round pizza cutter and can't get it to go all the way through the process on the other side? Okay, so then you can keep cutting. And then also what this does is, so once you have your pizza, you can actually just lightly hold it and use it to serve.
Yep. So simple. So simple, so easy. So I do have this product in the store. We have 16 of these red-handled Scizzas. They are normally in the store here $38. What do you think, Amy? 35?
Let's do 34. Let's do $4 off.
Woo!
I'm feeling
great. So $34 if anybody wants the Scizzas. I have plenty here. Something that's really interesting on the back, it says that it keeps your toppings in place and your hands away from the hot pizza. So it's another nice benefit of kind of using the Scizzas.
Yeah, just like that. The other thing is, I know, one of the frozen pizzas that I often do is a DiGiorno with it's a rectangle shape, so it's got a pan that has sides to it. And the hard thing is you end up cutting through the pan with a round pizza cutter. What's nice about this is you're going to be able to dig down in and you're not going to damage the pan or cut through the pan, because then you might want to reuse the pan to store leftovers. So, but then look, you just serve just like that.
Hilarious. You have leftovers with pizza? I don't understand that.
Only because it's me. Joe can't eat pizza because of the cheese thing. So yeah,
right.
only because it's me.
Okay. Well, even then, Amy, I can put away a whole pizza.
Okay. So the other dream farm thing I wanted to show you,
Yeah.
and this I hadn't planned on doing, but then I realized that the cutting board that I was using have them on there. And so Courtney, can you show? So these are little feet that you put on your cutting board. And if I didn't have a pizza on the one, I would show you. But this keeps it up off your counter, and they're silicone, so it won't slide. Because sometimes wooden boards can be slightly off and they can wobble. So this is going to take care of this. And then the other thing this does is it keeps it off your counter, so you can flip the board and use the other side. Because it acts as a riser. It also has little symbols on it, so that if you wanted to keep one side for fruit and one side for meat, you can do that and mark it. I don't use it that way. I use it and their idea is then you have two clean sides of your board that you can always use. And but I really like it because it keeps it up off the counter. So
yeah.
what's the details on that, Courtney?
So these are called chobs. Chop on both sides. Chobs. Oh my gosh, I just love their names. So it is a non-slip cutting board feet. So you can use both sides. Like she said, you have a cow on one side and a red pepper. Oh, I don't know if it's red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, whatever. It's a pepper on the other side. What I love on this is that it will expand to fit almost any size cutting board. So no matter how thick your cutting board is, these are expandable. So very easily will fit, will help you with cross-contamination, so you can flip easy. And I just want to see how to clean these. They're heat resistant. Oh yeah, so dishwasher safe. So these are $15 in the store.
Let's do 12.
12, yeah.
So, Courtney, I just leave them on my cutting board and wash the cutting board. But yes.
Oh yeah.
Off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't done anything since I got these. I haven't had them very long, so I'm not sure I've done a whole lot of messy things. But if they got gunky underneath it, you could just take it off and wash them in a little soap and water, or stick them in the dishwasher.
I had those darn Post-it notes. They will always be the bane of my existence. All right, so if anybody wants the chobs, they are $12 for you, normally $15. I have about 5 of these. So these are fun. These are really fun. I have my eye on these too. Okay.
Okay. Let's do the dip next.
Okay. So we have 4 of these beautiful, delicious, sweet jalapeno salsa. Juan's. Were you gonna say something, Amy?
I'm sorry.
Nothing. I just didn't. You opened your mouth, so I didn't know if I. You need me to stop. Okay. So it's a what do I want to say? Sweet and.
Well, they're bread and butter, so it's sweet and spicy.
Bread and butter.
Yep,
yeah.
They're bread and butter, jalapeno peppers that are in a mix. You literally mix it with cream cheese. You serve it with tortilla chips, and you're ready to go. Now, I guess what you saw me starting to say is, with Mom watching, if we're down to 4 of these, we will be reordering probably Monday. So, and they come in really quickly. So if we sell more than 4, the first 4 can get them right away, and the other ones will call you as soon as they come in. This is one of the few items in our entire store that we have had since the day we opened. For those of you that go back 22 years, we had a gourmet section on the second floor above Courtney. I'm saying here, not here. Second floor at the store. And so we had a bunch of gourmet foods when we opened, because we had a whole 1,500 square feet of just gourmet. And this was one of the items. And every time we're out of it, we have people mad at us for being out of it. And we literally carried it for 22 years. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. But now, Courtney, let's talk pricing. So they're $9.99. And let's do $2 off. So $8. They're normally $8. And if you pre-order even over the 4, anything ordered during our live will be $8. And I just need one more bowl. Give me a second.
Yep. So while Amy is kind of getting things ready for making this delicious dip, and I think I know that the first time I ever used this, I used about, I'd say, half the jar with a block of the cream cheese, and it's absolutely delicious with scooped tortilla chips specifically. My favorite one.
There we go.
Hey, there she goes. But even just using it alone and adding it to chili, putting it on a burger, I think everyone here has always had a fun way that they've used this in a different way than just, adding the Jackie just ran down with a note that says scrambled eggs. It's really good on scrambled eggs. So Jackie likes hers with scrambled eggs. and cornbread, she said. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good. I know Melody puts some of her. I don't know if she puts it in the burger.
I don't know if she mixes it or if she just spreads it on it. But burgers.
On burgers all the time.
Yep.
Okay, so this is how easy it is. I'm not doing the close up because I have to go back here to do the mixer. But so I softened a block of cream cheese. You could also leave it sit out for half hour, 45 minutes. I put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. Not in the metal bowl. So literally block of cream cheese, and then you just pour. That's about half. You can add more to taste. So they call it a sweet jalapeno salsa. The old packaging is the same. It's the same. It keeps changing names, but it's the same product. Bread and butter. So if you think of bread and butter pickles, they have that sweet, slightly like a sweet pickly taste, a little bit of that vinegar tang, but then because they're jalapenos, they have some heat. And so what's great about this is you add it to the cream, the cream cheese cools it. So as you're eating it, your mouth gets hotter and you need another bite and you need another bite. And anyway, it's a flavor that I've never had before. I will tell you that my parents do not like hot or spicy things at all. And this is their go-to. I think my dad makes this every other week. Eric uses 1/3 of a jar. Okay, Mom's watching. Okay, so this might be strong. Well, you know what? If you make it overly strong, you can just add add more cream cheese. So you can use a fork. I think sometimes my dad softens it more because then he just uses a fork because he doesn't want to deal with the hand mixer. I would rather have it go really quickly with the hand mixer.
Faster you can eat it.
But even I do like softening it a little bit even with a hand mixer because it gets it a little bit smoother faster. When the cream cheese is really cold, it stays a little bit chunky. So I'm mixing it, if you can see. See, I'm doing my Ina Garden thing here.
Very nice, Ina.
And you can get it as whipped up as you want.
I find that anytime I have made this or brought it with me somewhere, it's generally where the people are surrounding the bowl eating it.
Yeah.
Back when we would eat out of the same bowls with strangers. But it's just the popular, delicious. I got it. Oh, you got it.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So I've mixed it. I'm using the spoon because look at how nicely it gets the sides. Okay, does anyone else, when you watch cooking channels or cooking shows, does it bother anyone else how much stuff they leave in the bowl? Like, you just left half the batter. So that's why when I started, I'm like, I'm going to use the spoon and then I'm not going to waste all this. I mean, I know they're trying to not take a lot of time, but still. Okay. Got the bowl with that spoon. Wrong angle.
Nicely done.
Bend my arm like that. Okay. That is literally all there is to it. And then I have tortilla chips, my favorite little round ones.
This is just highlight. I'm gonna zoom in so I can watch your face as you eat. It looks so good.
And I'll make sure I take a small bite because sometimes when you see
yeah,
people will take a big bite. Oh, okay. But Yeah, you get this heat. Again, it's that little bit of peppery, vinegary, pickly heat.
And you get it right back here, like right behind your jaw. It's just the best, that bite. Oh, it's so good.
But a little bit of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see my parents tomorrow night. So Mom, you can tell Daddy he doesn't have to make any. So, because I've got everything we need. I've got bread for tomorrow. I've got
bread, pizza, chips and dip.
If they're anything like me, they have 4 kids wanting to lick the bowl. Oh, when it is something sweet, I do not like finish clearing out the bowl when it's something sweet, because licking the bowl is always my favorite.
That is really good.
Okay, so that is our jalapeno salsa dip mix. Literally a block of cream cheese. They say medium heat on here, but actually, yeah, because I actually, it's not quite half. So there's still this much of the jar left in what I made. So it's probably just right at a little over a third. Yeah, so $8. We have 4 in stock. We'll be getting more in. That is our jalapeno dip.
Barb just said, can be made early and flavors infused in the cream cheese. So refrigerate it. So you can make it that morning before you want to eat it, stick it in the fridge, and then you're going to have a really delicious flavored cream cheese dip.
Yeah, if you have people over, it's one that you can even make the day ahead. I mean, my dad makes it and eats it for a week. So it's that easy. Okay, I'm going to check on our bread here and see how we're doing.
Okie dokie. And I think that while you're doing that, Amy, what makes sense to me is maybe we do the knives. Oh, yeah, you're already grabbing the cheese. Okay.
Okay, you switch over so we can, there we go.
Yep.
Okay, so we have our cheese knives. We have 2 different ones that we carry now. One is from Dream Farm, which is the one with all the things we've been showing you today. And then one is just called the cheese knife. And it literally is the world's best cheese knife. And then we found the Dream Farm one that is different. So it cuts cheese the same. It's the same idea. It just has a little bit, it has a feature on it that has different uses. So first of all, let me show you. So the whole idea, if you could feel this, it's just a plastic knife. And actually, I should grab my nice Wusthof, and I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference, but one-handed. And see what it, as I say that, the cheese is warm, but if you just flip down the knife, it doesn't stick to it. Okay? And it cuts beautifully, it cuts evenly.
Mm-hmm.
The same amount of pressure. And even just flipping the knife, you can't get it to come off. So inexpensive cheese knife versus nice Wusthof cutting knife. And it's amazing how different this is. If you guys have seen me demo this before, I've told you one of my mom's best friends, we had a family Christmas with our 2 families several years ago, and she had several cheeses out, and she had a knife for each cheese, and only one of them had the cheese knife, and she kept yelling at everyone because everyone kept using the one cheese knife on all the cheese. But you're not supposed to mix. I have a different knife, and everyone just kept it cut so nicely. Now, so that's the cheese knife. The Dream Farm knife cuts the same idea, and there are ridges on here where like it didn't come right off, but it doesn't stick to the knife. There are little winged ridges on here. Now the difference with the little feature that the Dream Farm one has is it's got, I don't know if I can get it.
Let me get you. I'm going to bring it forward. There's this little teeth on it. It looks like I'm getting my own head.
And here's what that does. You can use it to spear the cheese.
Yep.
Cheese. So that's a nice
so awesome
there. But the reason I think we will always carry both is because I use this knife to cut like cakes and brownies, and therefore, but you weren't going to be able to do that as easily with the Dream Farm one because of the spikes. So this one, if you really want to cut cheese, or I'm going to show you butter, the Dream Farm has that extra feature that's good. If you want it to cut cheese and butter and some other things, but maybe not, it doesn't have the serving feature with the cheese, then the cheese knife. But I use it, brownies, so it cuts it effortlessly, and it won't cut into your pan, which is nice. So the other thing I think for all the time is butter. Now this has actually been sitting out for an hour, and look at how nicely that cuts and separates.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So I love, and I can show you with this knife. Yep.
I love my cheese knife for also when I do hard-boiled eggs in salads. Just bing,
Yep.
bing, 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 bing. Keeps it all nice together, easy to throw in, and will look pretty too. Sometimes I find it hard to keep my hard-boiled eggs together. So both of these knives are $23.
Let's do them 20.
20? Yep.
$2 off.
So I have 13. So the
whether you want the ones with say well, I don't know, Dream Farm or the pokey things.
I can respond to pokey things.
So the Dream Farm cheese knife or the cheese knife, normally $23. They're both on sale during the live for for 20. Yeah, for 30. They're more expensive during the live.
That's how we do things here. So I have the Dream Farm knife is called the Nibble. I have 13 of the nibbles, and then I have 6 of the regular classic cheese knife.
Okay, our bread is coming along. It's starting to smell really, really good. Okay, should we do a little cleaning before we?
Yeah, I was just going to say it might be a nice time to do some cleaning.
Okay. So for this, you guys are going to have to bear with me because I want to try to move this over and see if we can get this to work. Okay, because the first thing I want to show you is one of my favorite products. And let's get the... Courtney, why don't you show the package and read some of the package of the stone? I'm going to put some in the dishwasher so they're out of the way.
Absolutely. But the first thing I'm going to say is I am highly disappointed that Amy is cleaning her own home because I would have offered mine had I thought about it. You could have streamed from my house because that's what I need right now. So we have this really great cleaning stone. I think I'm almost positive we've done this on a live before. It's biodegradable, comes with its own sponge, a really great cleaning stone that will clean anything from bathtubs to your car. It says everything from pots, pans, dishes, boats, campers, paint spills. It's just one of those multi-purpose cleaners. I find a really delightful light smell. Mm-hmm. I tend to use mine, bathtub showers, that's the same thing, sinks, about once a month, and then I use my e-cloth the rest of the time so I never have to use another cleanser again. So what we have in the store is called the Clean It. It's going to look different. This is the packaging we have. It's a little hard to see. This is the packaging we have in the store right now. What Amy has, same product, different packaging. I will tell you, I only have 2 of these right now. So Barb, get
Barb,
that trigger.
Barb. She's gonna order.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So these are in the store. These are $18.
We'll make them 15. Let's make them
15. Yep, $15 during the live. And if you want more, the first 2 people will get the 2 I have right now, and then I'll let you know when they come in. But it's incredible. I've never been happier with cleaning until I used this multi-purpose stone. So now we get to watch Amy clean her sink.
So my favorite use of this is on my stainless steel sink, and you can see because stainless steel just gets water spots on it. And so this is a fairly new sink, but I will tell you with my old kitchen, the sink was like 30 years old, and all I needed was a little bit of this, and it would look brand new. It was kind of crazy. So, and again, my packaging looks a little bit different. This used to be the packaging that we carried. The nice thing is the new packaging, the price is a lot less because this used to be $45, and the new one is $18. So it looks different, and it does come with the sponge, so that your sponge is going to look a little different. But it's a kind of a dry stone. They call it a natural stone, but it's kind of a dry powder. And you can see you just get a little bit on your sponge. And then I tend to like to go with the grain when I'm on stainless steel. And you can feel it really kind of dig in and get the grime out. And by the way, this always makes me happy because it looks good like right away. So with this, you want to wipe it off with the sponge first just to get all of the cleaning product off, and then you can hose it down after that. But I think you can tell a difference because now that's just wet water rather than. Let me use the e-cloth that I'm going to show you in a second.
So Carrie asked, can this be used on glass
Yep.
cooktops? And it is an abrasive cleaner, so I'd say test it out. But I don't know that I've actually used on a glass cooktop, but I think there's no reason.
No, it really says on the side, it lists everything. And you say abrasive, I don't know, because it says it cleans, polishes, and protects in one go without scratching or scouring. Use on
mine, but the one we have now says cleanser is abrasive, test sensitive areas before use.
Okay.
So Carrie, I think what I would do is try it in the little corner, see what you think. But any place I have used this in my home, and I don't have a glass cooktop stove, but anywhere that I've used this in my own home, I have never had a problem. And I have this one. And I think my mom has this one too. And I don't think she has a glass cooktop stove either. But
I've used it on the inside of my stove. I have a gas stove, so I don't have a glass cooktop. But I've used it on the glass inside, on the inside of the doors, and haven't had any problem.
Oh, so good. Tina says, Tina bought this stone from the other live, and she said she loves it.
Yeah.
Good, Tina.
Tina, can you share some of the things that you've used it on, or what your favorite thing to use it on? So this one says you can use on chrome, stainless steel, aluminum, silver, gold, copper. I know June, that used to work for us, uses this to polish all of her silver. And then she does just wipe it because it polishes it. And then she uses just a light layer of like a Wrights or something to protect it and keep it from polishing. But she uses this on all of her silver. It says plastic, painted wood, ceramics, used regularly in the home and garden, dissolves lime scale and grease for tiles, toilets, baths, sinks, ceramic hobs. Stove glass. This one says stove glass. Mirrors, PVC window frames, roller blinds, radiators, varnish surfaces, removes tar, insects, oils, and burnt-on deposits on cars and motorcycles, cleans trophies, musical instruments, caravans. You can tell this one was out of England. That's probably why the price is different. Garden furniture, boats, skis, tennis shoes, etc. So I also
everything.
I took this too when my husband was moving out of his house in Bettendorf last fall. I took this over, and he had all stainless steel appliances. And before we put it on the market, I cleaned the front of them with this, and they looked brand new. It was kind of crazy. So I've used it on my old linoleum floor in my old kitchen. And, I'd wash them on my hands and knees, and so they were fairly clean, I thought. And then I used this and realized there was a layer of grime just like caked into the floor that this took off. So of course I did a spot, and it looked so good that I did the rest of the kitchen floor. Yes, it does not take off makeup. I would not. Oh, Tina, you said the coffee stains. Yes.
Yes.
Your sink, and use it in the shower tub. Yep.
And there is, I don't think anything has ever cleaned the grout in my shower better than this stuff. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible for what it does.
Okay, so I also wanted to show you, so this is the main thing I wanted to show you with, I say with eCloth because eCloth is our cloth company, but out of England. And so this was their product, and they've discontinued this, and now it's been picked up by the company that we get our Swedish cloths from. So it must be a thing with cleaning products. But I wanted to show you some of my favorites. Now, I will say a couple of these we are out of right now, but if you saw me washing the bowls, this is one of my favorite sponges. We will be getting that back in later this spring. Courtney, did we have any of these, guys?
We do not.
Okay. So this one. So I hate it when I show you things we don't have, but if you were looking, those were things that I have in my kitchen and use all the time. But my all-time favorite is the glass cloth, and you aren't going to be able to see it here. So demoing it here won't help a whole lot, but this cloth I use on everything. I use it on my wood floors. I use it on the mirrors. I use it on my shower door. This is my all-purpose. I tend to like this. They call the green one, and if you buy the kitchen cloth, it's gonna look. You can tell how much I've used this. When we finished our construction here, everything had to be cleaned, and everything had an entire layer of dust and grime and dirt. So my kitchen cloth got a very good workout. So I obviously need to have one put aside, Courtney. This is literally my only one.
Okay, you got it.
I have 30 glass claws, polishing claws. But between these two items, I don't use any other claws to clean. I use them on the floors, I use them on the counters, I use them in the bathroom. The only thing I don't use them on is the toilet. I use them on the outside. I just like to use paper towels on the toilet so I can throw them away. That's just me with germs. But yeah, Courtney or Carrie, the glass cloth, yes, use it on everything with no streaks. This will so this is the cleaning cloth. So I'm sure some of you have seen it, but you can. Oh, Courtney, you know what? Maybe Courtney, could you grab the
Yep.
the backstick display? So she can do the little demo there. Each of the sets. So we have the bathrooms. I'm sorry, we have the cleaning glass. Blah. We have a kitchen set, and we have a glass window set. That's what word I couldn't come up with. And they come with two claws. So this comes with a color. It may not be this color of a polishing cloth. So you get a cleaning cloth and a polishing cloth. The cleaning cloth, you use damp, and then you dry or polish with this cloth. And Courtney's going to show you. So there's a mirror with chapstick on it. And you know what would happen if we put, if you tried to get it off with a paper towel. So that's using the cleaning cloth. She added a little bit of water, and now she's going to polish it with the polish cloth. Yeah, no streaks.
No streaks. It's the easiest thing I've ever washed a window with.
Yeah.
Mirrors, the whole thing.
So sometimes, like my bathroom mirrors, they don't get as dirty. So you don't necessarily always have to use both claws. I keep, and actually you can see all of my cabinets. I have command hooks on the inside of the door, and I always have at least one or two. Oh, there's my other kitchen cloth. You can see that I have a glass cloth and I have the cleaning cloth, and then in the bathroom I have one for on a hook. Because then I just spritz the mirror with a little bit of water and wipe it off. You also saw me polishing up the sink when I finished with this, because then you get rid of the water spot when the water dries. I have glasses, and I'm very picky about keeping them clean, and I use this every night. I wash my glasses with soap, and then I dry them with these, and there are no smudges. It's amazing.
What I think we should do is, what I did is, I mean, and I'm happy if anybody wants to call the store Monday morning, I can walk through. We have so many amazing things in eCloth. I can also commit, I'm smiling as I'm saying this. I don't think they're online, and I can get them online this week. But what I did do is I grabbed 3 boxes of what I think, if you want to do a starter set, these are the 3 things that I would say everyone needs. So the kitchen cleaning cloth, that's the one that Amy showed you, that hers was a little bit dirty and very well used. There's a corner. Yep, there's a little corner scrubber. And all of these things are $20. So what do we want to make?
Let's do $2 off each kit.
Okay.
But if you do all 3, we'll do them for $50.
Okay. Or 3 for $50. So they're either going to be $2 off a kit, and they're all $19.99, or 3 for $50. So we have the kitchen cleaning pack. You get 2 of the cloths. I have 6 of these. And you get the 2 cloths in there. I have the window cleaning cloth. That's the one that you saw me demonstrate, and that's the one that Amy was just talking about, where you have kind of a waffle one that cleans, and then the nice shiny bright one that gets it all lint free. I have 7 of these, and so they were $19.99, and they would be $17.99. And then one of my faves is the bathroom cloth. The bathroom cleaning cloth. I have 6 of these. $2 off, so $17.99 versus $19.99. In the bathroom cloth, you get the cleaner and then another polisher. So it's great because you can use the polisher if you want to wash one polisher from your window kit, use the one from your bathroom. But this takes off soap scum off my shower tiles so well. So what I like to do, because my bathroom is upstairs, obviously my kitchen is downstairs. So I really do like keeping my kitchen in the kitchen and the bathroom in the bathroom. And it makes me clean more regularly than I would, because it's, Amy taught me the command hook on your cabinets, and I've done the same thing too. The other thing that I really love, and as I want to show you, and again, this is just a weirdo Courtney does this, but all of the e-cloths have a tag on them, and it tells you what it belongs to. So when you wash it, and you want to not use a softener or a fabric dryer sheet or anything, so it really works and keeps it there. But every tag tells you. This one says stainless steel cloth. So every tag will tell you what it goes to. So if you're doing all your e-cloths in the laundry at the same time, and if you care and you really want, like, my bathroom in the bathroom, and the kitchen, general purpose here, and this there, you'll know what it is.
Courtney, I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. On that same note, when you were saying the tag, the e-cloth, I guess it was more when you were saying not to do the fabric softener. So we should have said these are all microfiber cloths. So each cloth of the cleaning cloths has a different makeup of the microfibers in different densities and different weave to accomplish different things. So like the bathroom one is a little bit softer. You saw the green, the glass kit is, the glass cleaning cloth is a waffle because it's designed to clean glass well. Now, I will say what microfibers do is they absorb dirt and bacteria.
Yep.
And so that's why you don't want to use fabric softener, because the microfibers, and they're micro means they're like millions per square inch, and they'll fill up with the fabric softener, and then they won't absorb the dirt or the bacteria. So if you ever do accidentally use fabric softener, you just, I think on their website they tell you exactly, but you wash them a couple times in super hot water and vinegar, and you can reuse them that way.
Yeah, you can even, Jackie and I were just talking about it earlier today, you can literally just boil it in your big, like, spaghetti pot, boil it, and it will take it all out. They say, if my memory serves, you want to replace them like maybe every 4 or 5 years or X amount of washes. And so I just went through, because I had mine for about 7. They were fine, but you can kind of start telling. You're like, okay, I'm not getting that same quick, easy thing. I replaced all mine, and they're incredible. The other thing I really love to do, whether it is with the window cloth, bathroom cloth, I don't care cloth, I'm telling you, nothing cleans a doorknob or a light switch better than these things. And they're so easy to walk around the house with and go through. Oh my gosh, my dog's paw prints, or if she gets against a wall, like her tail hits the wall and there's just like disgusting dog stuff. It truly is an all-purpose anything cloth. I love that it takes care of bacteria, and it's easy, so easy to use. My 5-year-old, if prompted with marshmallows, would be happy to walk through the house, and he loves to do the mirrors and the windows because it's easy for him to do, and it really is. It's a fun, easy cleaning thing. What does Barb always say? We can make cleaning easy, but it still might not be fun. She has a really fun little saying, she says.
Well, and I think you talked about the bacteria. Did you talk about the fact that when you're cleaning, because I was checking on the bread, so I missed a little bit. The It absorbs 99% of bacteria, over 99%.
Yep.
And when rinsed in warm water and continuing to use it, redistributes, what is it on that form? It's like less than 0.1% or something. I think it's on the little insert card.
On the little, yeah, but yeah, it is. It's a very small percentage that would redistribute.
It's better than any other cloth or any other cleaning item, paper towel, anything else is going to continue to redistribute the bacteria, but the microfibers of these cloths hold on to them. And yeah, and then you just wash them. One other trick though, if you have a lingerie bag, you might want to wash these in the lingerie bag because the microfibers want to attach. We also have a bag. But it feels like static if you don't, and they all static to other materials just because it's the microfibers grabbing on. But it doesn't hurt them. It's just kind of annoying when you.
It's just annoying. Yeah.
An e-cloth down the leg.
I have put my comforter on my bed and found an e-cloth stuck to it. So yeah, I need to use the lingerie bag a little bit more often.
I was about the cars. Like when I go get my car washed, they still miss spots. I keep one of these in the car for the windows. Then you just spritz a little bit of water on it and wipe it. It gets rid of, this is the only cloth I've found that gets rid of that film on the inside of your car windows without smearing it. It's kind of crazy. When we first started carrying these, we had a guy come in, and we have some guy customers, but he came in and he's heard us talk. He's like, okay, Amy. He said, I don't believe you. He said, I've got this. I want to take you out. He's like, I'm like, is your car out in the parking lot? I'll go out. So he took me out. And he loved it because I can't remember what kind of car he had, but there was this little space behind his back seat, and he's like, I could never get down there, but with your small hands, you can do it. So I washed his window, and he was like, okay, this is amazing. I've never had the window not smear before. He came in and bought like 3 sets after I went out and washed his window.
Yeah, well, and that's what I really love about these things is that I have one in the console of my car because it gets that film from the inside of the window off better than anything else. I use it on the upholstery, and we have a car care kit. But I also tend to just use something from the good old e-cloth universe. So
we had a gal that worked for us at one point whose husband had a motorcycle. And she got tired because every time she'd go to find her e-cloth, they were out. He used them on his motorcycle. So she got him the car kit so he could have ones that were dedicated to his motorcycle. So I don't know.
We need a motorcycle kit.
We love these products. It's kind of crazy when you think about our store being more a gift store when you come in, and that this is one of the things that we love the most. But it really is, because we are about useful products. If you want to give a gift that people will use, like, this is it. It makes cleaning windows so easy. I just take a bucket of water with my glass cloth and wipe them down and polish it with this one, and you don't have to try to polish over and over again. Oh wait, there's a streak. You don't have any of that. It's really these do make cleaning easy. I use the mop. And again, some of these we may have different versions because I've had these for so long, but it's the cloth is here. I get it wet, I mop, I rinse it off, continue mopping, but it mops my wood floors, it mops my floor. So
yep, we have. I mean, there are just a lot of products, and we probably could do a dedicated e-cloth just walking through each one. But when we have mops, we have so many. This is a duster that you can get under a dryer. I mean, there's just so many things, and we use these in the store. This is what we use to clean the store with as well. So, but I would say that's why I only wanted to show 3 things: bathroom, kitchen, or the glass cleaner. I just think that is the one of those 3 are the perfect ways to, hey, nice UGG glove there. I like that. That's I think
we need to find these when we're at market later this year, because I love these.
Those are nice.
Okay, so I will say we're going to test the bread out. In all honesty, I didn't think about this until we'd already put the bread in the oven. We are having issues with our oven, and Scizzas is taking care of that. We have 3 parts on order because they think it's 1 or 2 or 3. what they're doing a cool thing now to avoid people coming into your homes. You tell them what the problem is and they diagnose it over the phone and order whatever parts they think they'll need. And then they come and then they can fix it right on site rather than coming once, diagnosing it, going back and ordering the parts. So we're waiting on parts. So hopefully this is cooked okay, because sometimes it burns and sometimes it's doing weird things. So let's just see here. Now, normally I would probably let it cool longer before trying to get it out of the pan. But actually say normally, I'm usually too impatient.
Okay, we're getting the close-up cam here.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm just sliding around, like, now it's the fingers crossed time where you hope it comes out. Does anyone watch Fish Baking Show where it comes down to when they're gonna turn out their cakes that they've worked 4 hours on? It is. Did the directions say to spray anything on Courtney? Oh no, there! It came out perfectly. It was just hot.
It does say to grease, but if you didn't, I'm pretty impressed.
I did not, but it came out okay. Woo! Look at that. Okay. So
Oh gosh, that looks good. I'm pretending like I can smell it. I should just hold up the bag that we have here up to my nose so I can pretend.
Oh, and it says after it's cool, but I think you'd kind of want this to melt on there.
Yeah, I would want it to be all delicious and.
I'm gonna make a mess on it. And see, my spoon is now in the. I need another one. It's in the dishwasher.
Well, get in line, lady. We have a list of about 10 people who want a spoon.
Another one. Okay, so there's the top.
Oh, that looks so good.
And we'll let it kind of melt, but I'm gonna cut into this so you guys can see. Let me get my bread knife. Okay, so the top is crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that! Oh, it's too hot, so I'm gonna just take the end.
Yeah.
Because that second piece is just gonna pop apart because it's still too warm. But I'm gonna do the obligatory bite to try to tell you what it tastes like, right?
So Sarah Balkovec wants to know what you're making because she came late. So Sarah, this is the apple fritter bread that she's making from soberdough. So this is just a nice, oh gosh, that looks so good. So it is a mix that she added a bottle of beer to, but you could also do a carbonated water, whatever you want. I'm sure it's delicious, Amy. Yeah.
It is, and when you taste it, like the crumb on it is just a really good bread. It doesn't taste cakey. Now this one I use that wheat beer. I use the Belgian or the Belgian white. So there is a little bit of a tang to it. It's really good with a cider. So it would make it a little bit sweet. And then you've got this topping, but you've got the chunks of the apple in it.
Okay. I will be giving out Amy's address. We'll all meet there. So we can all take a little bit of her bread. Just leave it outside on the porch, Amy.
That is really good. This would be, this would also be really good if you wanted to use it like for French bread.
Yep. So Annalicia is asking, she jumped on late. So all of these breads, if I'll go through it again, because anybody who jumped on late is now wondering what the heck you're doing, Amy. So these are our sourdough breads. You just add a bottle of beer, a can of beer, or some carbonated water. They are $12 normally in store. During the live, we're selling them for $10. And I have 6 different delicious combinations. So what Amy is making right now is our apple fritter bread. So obviously it's really sweet and delicious with coffee or, oh my gosh, or ice cream. We also have cheesy garlic. We also have cornbread and ale. We have a sun-dried tomato, which is one of my personal favorites. We have the classic, which is the beer bread that Amy was talking about earlier, where really whatever beer you put in, it really develops the taste differently. And you can almost get a different bread every single time. And rosemary. So those are the 6 different kinds that we have. $10 for the during the live right now. I have 5 or 6 of everything with the exception of the classic. I only have 3, and those, for all I know, are gone. I haven't looked through the comments yet. So we will be happy to reach out and do our best to reorder some in the case that we need to, because we're just going through the soberdough like crazy. We honestly, we can't keep it in.
Yeah.
It comes in, and then we're like, oh, look, our display is full. And then it goes away. We're like, oh my gosh, we need to order more.
Well, and with this bread, I'll tell you again, I have friends that are foodies, and one of them makes bread on his own from scratch all the time. And it's great to have friends that are such foodies, because they bring over fresh baked bread when we have dinner together. And I remember I told it when they came over for dinner one time, I said, I'll cover the bread. I got the soberdough. You just add a bottle of beer. And I know he was kind of turning up his nose. He was being very nice about it, but it was like, oh, yeah, I don't know about that. And we had it with dinner, and they all raved about it. He was like, okay, I'm sorry. I thought like this, it really is good bread.
Yep. Tina said that she's bringing the wine for the party at Amy's house. All right, Tina, you're our people. I'll bring glasses. All right. So I don't mean to rush this, but I only have 1% left on my my AirPods, so I'm going to lose it. So let's talk about a giveaway.
Yeah. So let's do. Since it seemed, I know you'll have to wait for it, but since so many people liked the Sapoon,
I think that should be the giveaway.
As soon as we get them back in. And let's see. What should we have?
Let's do your favorite spring flower.
Oh, there's a good one that hopefully we'll be able to see soon. So everyone that's on, if you want to enter our giveaway for a free Sapoon, come in here, with your favorite spring flower. And we will draw a winner later this afternoon, but we will have to let you know when we get them back in. So it may be a couple weeks. That company sometimes can take a little while to get things in, but we will get them back in. And thank you guys. This was fun.
It was fun.
We've tried something new. So keep one exciting thing that we didn't talk about at the beginning is earlier this week, we hired a new social media manager, so we'll be announcing that in our email next Thursday that'll go out. But some of you I know are in junior board that are watching, and so we've hired Cynthia Hampton as our new social media manager. So she's starting with training this week. And so, guys, what we're going to be doing on social media is going to be awesome.
Get ready.
We'll give her some time to get caught up, but you're going to start seeing a lot more of us, and she has some really great ideas. And then also I'm just going to put another little teaser out there. We have some big plans for Watermark later this year. Fourth quarter, the store Watermark is not going to be like anything you've seen at Watermark the last 22 years. We're doing something that actually hasn't been done to our knowledge anywhere else. We literally can't find another business doing what we're going to be doing exactly. So we always want to try new things, and we're really excited to really change things up this year, and we have some big growth plans. So we're so happy that you guys follow us each Saturday. We missed you last Saturday, but we will be here every Saturday now for the foreseeable future. And Annalisa was wondering about the flavors of the bread.
Okay, I'll go through it again, but I'm sorry if I break out because I'm almost done. So, Annalisa, we have rosemary, the classic beer bread, the apple fritter bread, that's what Amy made today, cheesy garlic, cornbread and ale, and sun-dried tomato. Those are the 6 flavors that we have.
And they are $10 during the live, normally $12.
Yep.
Oh, Grace, thank you. Grace is my sister-in-law. This is the new kitchen. This used to be our screen-in porch. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you enter a giveaway with your favorite spring flower, and we will see you next Saturday at 3 p.m. live here on Facebook.
All right, everyone. Thanks. Bye-bye.